Welcome back to Junk Joe Resell Podcast. My name's Jay.
And I'm Ray. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so today we're going to get some topics and see how our weeks went and see how we've been working on 10 listings every day a piece to see if we can, hold each other accountable and how you think your 10 has been going.
So my 10, I think I was doing really good for a while. I just had a lot going on with the past couple of days, so it was a little more difficult. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. So the only day I really truly, well, no, because yesterday I even told you that, because what was that? Because today's Friday, so I guess Wednesday night I got all of them done except for two. I just had a lot going on Wednesday, so then I finished the two on Thursday morning, like first thing Thursday morning. But then I struggled to get any of them done yesterday, like the other 10, because I still had a lot going on. But I do have them pictured, so I hopefully will get to them today on Friday, and then I'll get my another 10. Or actually, no, wait, what am I saying? No, I did get them. I already have the next one's picture, so I'm good. So I am caught up.
Good.
I just
you're
have
caught
to do
up.
the 10 that I have to do today. I forgot it only took me about an hour to get them done. So I did have them pictured, which helped.
I'm not caught up. So I know we spoke, and what day was it? It might have been Wednesday. I did the listings. I just didn't take the pictures. So the Thursday came by. I was like, I'm gonna do double the set.
Mm-hmm.
And then I only did the first set, pictured the first set of stuff that I was supposed to do, and I didn't do any yesterday. But I've been so busy doing like picking up loads and
I
just
know.
make a room in the storage because I can't move, and I just and then I got picked up another load today. I've been life has hit me completely hard, and I'm like, I was going to do it. I really had the greatest intention, the best of intentions to hit 10 every single day at least.
That I originally wanted to start at 5. You're like, no, let's do 10.
Yeah, I know.
This is your fault.
I don't think 5. I don't even think I'd have been able to do 5. Like,
Yeah, you couldn't. Now, come on now. If you can't do 5, come on now.
well, yeah. I could do 10 and then split them up 22 days.
Yeah, I had like things going on in my personal life that was just going on. So, sadly, guys, my dog she was sick. She got she had a really bad allergic reaction. We think it was some dish soap that we used to clean her bowls with. So, but she's doing a little better right now. So, I hope that progresses and she's doing fine. But that tied up a lot of time. Past couple of days, 2 vet visits we had to make. So,
Yeah.
And then my mom is also in the hospital, so that's a lot too. So, yeah, that's my 2 big things I've had to deal with.
That's understandable, man.
Yeah.
People just,
Yeah.
your mom's in the
Yeah.
hospital, your dog, and
Yeah.
you just got those stuff you got to deal with. They're
I'm still
more
able
important.
though. I still got, I'm still caught up now, so I guess that's still pretty good for even dealing with all that.
Mm-hmm.
For me to still be caught up and have I'm caught up, already caught up to the 10 at the point that we're doing this podcast. I am caught up. I just have to do my 10 for today for Friday.
I'm down 10 yesterday and 10 today.
So you got to do 20.
I got to do 20. I got 20.
Now. Well, the good news is you're not going to a flea market, Marv, because of weather.
That's right.
So you can,
weather.
because we're expecting here in Baltimore to get even more snow, which is not great because we just already had a bunch of snow. And
I'm done with snow.
Can you think about how much is snow and weather and just everything is impacting the post office right now? And then on top of that, in California with the fires, hearts go out to all of them. And that, it's devastating. I couldn't imagine. That's one of my biggest fears is losing my house to fires.
Yeah, fire. But you got a house one day, and the next thing you know, there's flames outside your door, and then your house is engulfed. And it's losing things is one thing, but losing your life is another. So
Yeah.
I've seen a video where a guy was inside the house, like, oh yeah, we're gonna like wait it out, dude. I don't know whatever happened to the guy, but
But yeah, there's nothing you can, really do to really prevent that. Like it's just, I mean, it's so different because, I mean, if you think about when you're, preparing for a hurricane, I mean, you still can't fully prepare for it, but there's a lot of things that people do, what I mean, board up their house and, put a bunch of sandbags out, try to keep water out and all this stuff. So there's a lot of prevention, but when a fire is coming like that, there's not really much. It's gonna take its own course and do whatever. It
yep.
doesn't matter. And
Especially when the winds are blowing, like the winds over there are strong. So
mhm.
you got all this brush over there, and it's not cleaned up, and the forest over there is dry. And then when anything catches on fire and the wind blows and all those embers, I mean they go to and fro. I mean it's bound to catch everything else on fire.
I mean, we went through a recent time period. What was it? Was it October when we had a? It was like a
Uh,
month without rain,
yeah, like a month without rain. Yeah,
and they had the burn ban here in Maryland, which
yeah,
is crazy because I mean I feel like I not this not in like a fall to winter type time frame or anything like that have I ever thought we've ever experienced like such little precipitation.
right.
Um, I don't know. I always feel like it's been like that. It's been raining or something. We get hit with something like either a late hurricane, especially in October or anything. But
Hmm.
um,
Well, now the snow's making up for all the
yeah,
lost
yeah.
time. It's rained.
Did you have any trouble getting to the post office this week or anything? Or?
No, no. I actually stayed ahead of the snow. I had a bag of salt in my car, and I
Hmm.
kind of like took care of my payment and my steps. So when it snowed, it just started melting away, and then threw it down, and then the next morning we kind of shoveled everything away a little bit. It went very very simple. Took care of the cars before they built up anything, and that right after it snowed, you know, we went to the grocery store,
Oh well,
took the,
yeah,
drove back, and yeah, it was not a problem.
yeah. That's good.
Didn't have any issue.
Yeah,
No.
'cause I was I was a little worried, so I sent my wife with to work with my truck, so it'd be easier on her, um, a lot easier, obviously. And because I mean, she has an SUV, but it's a small SUV. The wheel well's not very good, so it gets a lot of ice and stuff stuck in there. And at least that's what she dealt with last year. So it was a lot better for her to just take my truck. And by the time I got everything ready, I only had a few things really to go out. I was like, I'll
Yeah.
just wait an extra day. They're marked as shipped. I mean, stuff happens. It just is what it is.
Yeah. That's it. Just it. I
Yeah,
mean,
because I mean, I would have been afraid, because it was coming down pretty good at one point. But I think by the time I was even ready to go, and I'm like, it's just not worth it. Because I mean, I could go down there and they might even just had issues. Even I don't
right. Just
know if they would have closed or you know what I mean, or did close. You know what I mean, close early because of weather or anything like that. But talking about them closing, talked before the podcast how yesterday they were closed for President Jimmy Carter's funeral, and you didn't know, but
and I didn't know. Yeah.
now have you ever experienced them closing before because of presidential funeral? Like I didn't even know that was a thing, honestly.
No, I didn't know it was a thing either.
Yeah, I didn't know it was
Yeah.
a thing until somebody posted on one of the Facebook groups, and I was shocked. I'm like, wait a minute, this is weird. I mean, but I mean, I guess because it's a government
Yeah, it's
building.
federal. And I guess I assumed that they
Yeah,
just. Yeah, I just thought maybe it was like if it happened to a sitting president. I didn't
yeah,
know if.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and something like that, or like something like that. I guess would make sense because that'd be like a lot more devastating, and somebody actually head of our country
Mhm.
currently. I mean,
Yeah.
that's So, but yeah, I don't know. It was kind of weird, I guess, taking a day in between, not
Yeah.
really go to the post office.
Then the snow really affected. I mean, the snow.
Yeah. So it was 2 days I didn't go to the post office technically.
Well, my wife, she started a new job, and they called up Monday because she started Monday, and they said, "Oh, don't worry about coming in today because we're not gonna open up." And she loves her job. She can go in. They let her come in at any time she wants. She
Hmm.
wants to go in at 5 o'clock in the morning. She
Yeah.
can, yeah, as long as she wants to work 8 hours, she can. She's got her own office. They gave her own cell phone. They gave her own computer, and then
Hmm.
she leaves when she wants, and
Good.
she's happy.
That's good.
So yeah,
Very good. I hope
yeah,
it all works out, really well for her and
yeah.
she,
She runs a depot for mini melt ice cream.
okay.
So yeah, it's cool. I mean, I
So you
didn't know.
probably be getting some ice cream.
Probably get some ice cream in. Yeah, I was like, I need some. Yeah, I need ice cream like a hole in the head.
Yeah. Hey, it come handy on those hot summer days.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
that's it's cool though. She just sits at her desk and does paperwork. I mean, that'd be boring for me. I don't know. I like,
Yeah.
it's still boring sitting behind a
I know.
desk.
I feel like it's getting ready to be that period where I'm just going to be sitting at a desk a lot, just doing tax prep and getting that crap ready. And
Mm.
I hate that because it takes up so much of my time. I feel like,
I should have it together, all year round. I actually
yeah,
started. So last year I started a paper
hmm,
where it was a daily sheet paper, and then at the end of the and I think I did it for like a week. And at the end of the week, or I might did it 2 weeks. At the end of the week, I added all my totals up and did a P&L for the week.
yeah,
And then I started the next one just so it'd be easy. I just put it all together, and that'd be the
hmm.
end of it.
It's so
I did.
it's like it's just us. So if we forget to do it or something's going, like like I said, I had a couple kind of like emergency type things going on this week. So I mean, when that happens, I mean, it's very easy to get off track, or I mean, anything. Heck, I could go on vacation for a week, and I'm like, come back, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I have to keep track of it, but I probably forget or it's a lot, and it's not like we need another task added to our day of busyness. We got, there's so much that goes into running a reselling business, or I mean, just any business, but like a reselling business, especially the way we run it, because a lot of our products are like they're one-off products. They can be.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like we're selling, stuff like we have cases of stuff and we're just selling quantities. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, and that's it. You got the one, a SKU or
Yep.
two. It's
Yeah.
brand new stuff. We have to. You got to. A lot of people they want to go do this, and they don't put into account that you have your forefront in your life. So you have your life working around you as you're trying to work, and you're say if your significant others they have a job, they're out of the house, you then have to take over and do what is going on around you. You stop what you're doing. We have to be the buyer, we have to be the investigator of the item, we have to list the item, we got to be a photographer, we got to be the janitor because we got to clean up behind
Hmm.
ourselves. You got to have organizational skills. It's just so much stuff,
Yeah.
so many different hats you have to wear, and
Yeah.
people don't realize
Like
how
customer
much
service,
time.
I
Mhm.
mean, between the shipping, I mean, there's a lot of things like the shipping. I feel like can take some time up,
Yeah,
like more than I would like. I mean, if I could, I was just telling my wife that if I could possibly get somebody just to ship stuff for me, I wouldn't even mind that, honestly.
yeah.
But it's one of those things. Also, I want to make sure they're doing it right because that's a big part of the business, and that can cost you a lot of money.
It costs you a
Yeah,
lot of money.
it's hard because like if you hire somebody, where do you really you have to figure out where you want them because or where you feel most comfortable having somebody work for you at because like what kind of position you want them in because it's so difficult knowing that there's so many different ways that if something goes wrong it costs you money. whether
Yep.
it's a listing, like if they list stuff for you and they get it wrong. I mean, I think the pictures are the safest bet, but then you
Yeah.
have to, but also, I mean, because you can oversee that a little bit. You can see that, like, if you just have them do pictures and you don't even list it, they just do the pictures or whatever, and I think that's very safe. But it's so easy for them to, I think, exceed in the amount of pictures that I'm probably going to be behind all the time.
Yeah.
So I still would probably, if I hired somebody again, I'd want them to do maybe pictures and I think shipping. I keep thinking about shipping takes up way too much time.
I love shipping.
I do
That
too,
is one
but
of my favorite things to do. I love to ship.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah,
I've never had, I mean, too many problems. I've had a, I've had maybe all the years doing this, maybe I can count on one hand.
mm-hmm.
I get maybe one time a year that
Yeah,
there's something is broken or something happened.
yeah. I think
Last year was a picture. Last year was a picture of a, and it happened at the end of the year. I almost made it through the whole year with no problems. But yeah,
yeah, I think I'm pretty much mostly the same issue, same boat with that because I don't have too many issues regarding if it arrives there safely or not. It's just more with the only issues I ever have at the post office is if it even arrives.
yeah, even right.
Uh, that's more my issue when it comes to the packages. But it's yeah, it. I mean, I very rarely have any issues, anything being broken. But that's what's so scary about it because if you put somebody else in that position, are they gonna pack like you do?
Yeah,
Especially,
they're not.
how many different items we have packed over the years. There's sometimes you're gonna if it's a specific type of fragile item. For instance, when I do bobbleheads, I'm looking over my bobbleheads right now, but I take probably probably about maybe an inch thick, you know, piece of bubble wrap and however long, it doesn't really matter, but um, you know, but just I want to take that and wrap it under like the head, like the bottom chin
Yep.
and the neck, and
And most people won't do that. You
yeah,
have to do that.
yeah,
Yeah, they don't think
exactly,
about it.
and then I'll wrap more bubble wrap around and and stuff like that. Then you want to have other layers of cardboard inside.
Yep.
And a lot of people actually they say I'll double box it and that kind of stuff, but my way is I cut up a piece of cardboard and put it all around the board so it's technically double boxed.
Yeah.
It's just that but it's just an extra layer. That's all I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
because you get somebody that likes to throw touchdowns with your packages.
Yeah, you're right. They just throw it. I tell you, I did one good one time. My my wife, she went ahead and listed a glass.
Uh
I
huh.
don't remember a glass. What was Avi glass, and over 2 pounds, but it was like fragile, like,
Yeah.
and I think she charged like $1.99 shipping for some reason. I don't something happened, and I sold this thing,
Oh
and the
gosh.
glass wasn't worth a whole bunch of money. I'm like, oh man, how am I supposed to ship this thing? Like,
Yeah.
and I think I put it on, and the shipping was going to be like, I don't know, some $15 or something. Like, I don't remember what it was. I took the bubble mailer. It's the one you ship no matter if it fits, it
Oh
ships.
yeah, the flat rate.
And I shipped that glass out in the bubble and one of those mailers, and it never broke. It
Yeah.
made it there perfect.
I mean, I think if you do it right, it depending on what it is, like if you do it
Mm-hmm.
right, I mean, because you can get away with doing some of that if you basically put in a box, wrapped it up, and bubble wrap inside that box, and then put it in
Yeah.
a bubble mailer like that. As long as it fits, it doesn't really matter. That just would get your shipping down in that case a little bit.
Yep.
And, it's very rarely I feel like I use those bubble mailers anymore, the flat rates from USPS, except for on Poshmark. That's really most of the time when I'm using priority mail packaging because, uh, again, I mean, mostly everything on there goes priority mail. So
We
I'm,
even allowed to use the bubble. I don't know if we're even allowed to use the bubble mailers anymore.
Yeah,
Is
you are.
that even still an option? Is that an
Yeah,
option
I,
still?
I literally just got some in. I'm actually looking at
Okay.
a case of them.
All right.
Not
I
case.
don't know why, because I
Back.
haven't used one in a long time. Like,
Yeah, well,
oh,
it's not really a need because I think um, it, most stuff because of the way ground is, you don't really need it anymore. You know what I mean? A lot of priority mail supplies you don't really need anymore because it can be cheaper to do ground.
yeah, ground.
And especially if you were going to put it in a bag, the bags are so cheap, or poly mailers, or the bubble mailers, like they're so cheap in general that if you are going to put in one of them, you're probably not going to use a priority mail one because you're just going to use your own. Why would you even order? And but
Yeah.
the reason I order them is because when I do Poshmark, so if I have any piece of clothing, I'm not going to use my own.
Mm,
I can use, you know,
mm. Yep.
yep, I can use one of those. Oh, I got cha-ching.
Oh, no.
It's not much. It's I think you remember at the flea market when I bought the Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
You know,
The Wii U game.
yep. I mean, I pretty much got my money back on that one, but there was other games in that deal that made it worth it. I
Yep.
think, but $5. The whole front case of it was all torn up. I don't know if you remember that, like the plastic
Yeah.
one.
I remember. Hmm.
It was all ripped. So I'm happy with $5, whatever.
Yeah.
That's one.
Just get,
That's one of my items I listed.
yeah.
Um, one of my 10. I did
I
one.
seen you. Yeah. Took a picture. I seen it
Yeah.
on the thing. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. I've sold a couple, some things that I've listed already. It's
Really?
kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Let
I
me.
did. I did do some baseball cards yesterday, though.
Oh, did you? Yeah,
Yeah.
I did see that. Yeah, 'cause I didn't look at it till today just because I had so much going on. But um, yeah, actually, I sold two things. I think I've listed. I sold the Grand Theft Auto Steelbook that I had.
Hmm.
Sold that for 10. So it's not that's not too bad because I did not have the map or the manual with that.
That's fine. But people like to steal. They
Yeah,
want the school book
yeah.
just to
I mean,
have it.
the case had some scratches and stuff.
Yeah. But the regular manual and the map, they fit. They're intertwined between games. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it'll work if you had it for like the PS3 or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did sell another. It seems it's these video games I was listing, which is selling. Uh,
Good.
I sold the Dave Mira. Uh,
Yeah. Dave Mirror
game.
PS1.
Yep,
Yep.
$12. So I mean, it's not big money, but it works. Um, I did also have what was it? I mean, it's a lot of small sales lately, though. For the most part, it's been so.
Yeah, I've had a lot of small sales too. It's not. I don't think I've had anything big
No.
at all.
So
Like,
the biggest thing I had three autographed photos, like Ravens photos. That the guy bought one, I think Friday, and then I think it was Friday or something like that, and then he ended up buying another one on Monday, and then he was like, you know what, I'll get another one too. Like we kind of made a deal, so I think it was like around like $70 or something like that for three photos. Well,
oh,
one
that's cool.
Colts, one of them was Baltimore Colts, but still.
But that beats it. I mean, I had within the week, I had a $61 Warhammer book sale.
That's good.
And I sold because this is the 10th, right, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I sold a Pokemon box for $125.
Wow.
Uh, and I had some $20 game sales. Yeah, $25 for some watches. Yeah, I mean it's all right.
Yeah.
$20 sales. Nothing huge, but that was the biggest. Those were the two biggest sales I had. Those I did have those.
Yeah. That's good though. I mean, hey, you know what I did sell? I don't know if it's because I talked about it last episode, but those vitamins. Remember I said I didn't
Yeah.
pick them up. I sold three of them
Did you really?
for $5 a piece. So I'm at 15. I only had $1 in each one, so it's $3 into 15. And they're today. I mean, this is the month that the expiration is on. So um,
Wow. Yeah.
I
mean,
mean, I have
whatever.
the title, so expiration 1/20/25, so should be good.
Yeah, they're good. They get it. They bought them, right? I mean, there's
Yeah,
they're just so.
yeah. I mean, oh, here comes another one. Let's get ready to ching. Oh no, it didn't cha-ching because I was already on eBay. I missed the cha-ching.
That's terrible. You missed the
I missed
cha-ching.
the best sound, man. But I sold a Funko Pop. Man, this is busy today.
Wow.
Um, Funko Pop. It was the Big Trouble in Little China. For $36.
Wow.
So I'll
Big
take
Trouble
that.
Little China.
Yep.
You ever seen that movie?
Nope. I just know I've had like a lot of watchers on that one, so I was like waiting for somebody to bite. So
Good. Yeah, well, funny you
no, it's
talk about
popular.
Funko Pops. They had there was a 90% off sale at GameStop, and for all clearance and stuff. And there was some, and I was like, I got a call from Steve Friday. He said, "Listen, Sunday we're gonna have 90% off all clearance." So I got a heads up. I already knew there was gonna be 90% off. I forgot all about it. And then Monday came around, I forgot all about it. And Tuesday came around, and it was later on that night, and we went somewhere. We went out to eat. We went to eat at the buffet, and
Okay, so like right next door.
stopped right next door, and it was like almost everything of clearance was gone. I bought a Star Wars Monopoly, and I got a Last Airbender set. It was originally $69, and it went on clearance for $49. It was a necklace, earring, and all set.
Mhm.
And I used my $5 coupon, and I got everything for $3.12.
Wow,
Yep,
that's crazy.
that's
That's
crazy.
wild. That's I seen a post on Facebook, like someone else had posted, because I guess all the GameStops were doing that. But I just didn't really think anything of it because I'm really not trying to buy anything. You know, we we talked about this. I haven't been to the flea market to really buy anything. I mean, I did go right before Christmas. I only bought two things. I wasn't really even trying to buy anything. I was Christmas shopping, so it was very good, and I've still been very good. Uh, I had to go to Staples and drop off. I don't even know why. I don't even remember selecting UPS on this item for a shipping on eBay, but or unless I had it as an option, they selected it or something, and it was from a while ago. But anyway, I had a order I had to ship out through UPS, and then I had a couple Amazon returns anyway. So I'm like, you know what, I might as well just do it all in one shot. Go to Staples, and right next to Staples, down here is Party City, and they're going out of business. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go in and check.
Are they really?
Yeah, yes, that's another one that's going out of business. And I go in there, and that clearance is a joke. It's a
Really?
joke. I think it's up to 30% off. It says on the door or something like that. But you go in there, and it's just ridiculous how it is in there. Every single different category is a different percentage. And
Really? That's
I mean, they had like 5% here, 10% here. Toys, these toys are 20%, but those toys are 10%. Like, because they had them like separated. Like, if it's the plushes, I think it was like 10%. But if it's the Hot Wheels, it's 20% or something. Like, I'm like, this is just ridiculous.
that's crazy.
And I didn't even remember seeing anything that was 30%. But the only thing the highest percentage I seen was actually the sports stuff. So, like, the Ravens and the Orioles, all their party decor. And I'm like, well, I guess that's good. I mean, especially with the Ravens being in the playoffs, hopefully they'll be able to sell some of that. But I mean, that I walked out of there so quickly. It was such a joke. Oh, the candy is what was 5%.
Oh wow.
And so this brings into me talking about, like I said, so they're 5%. Imagine me going now. They're also going to have this Big Lots. I went in there yesterday because I was thinking it'd be cheaper to grab some dish soap for a whole debacle with my dog. I needed new dish soap because I had to throw the old one out. I'll go in Big Lots. I'm right there. I had to go to Giant anyway. It's probably gonna be cheaper in Giant. Go Big Lots. The food wasn't even on clearance.
What?
The food was not on clearance. I cannot believe.
What?
I
Why?
I have no idea. They literally have signs up there saying that this section does not go towards the store wide clearance or whatever.
That's
It's
crazy.
stupid because that stuff has an expiration date. So you
Yeah,
think that'd be the first stuff you want to get rid of.
that'd be the first thing you want to. Food use is the first thing you want to get rid of.
And it's
That makes
cheap.
no sense.
That's the cheapest stuff. Get rid of it. Get it gone.
Yeah, get it going. And how else was their clearance? Was it any good at all?
The
No.
cleaning
Laugh.
the cleaning stuff. I walked down there and I didn't even buy dish soap there because they're offering a measly 5%.
5%. Oh, they're not trying to get rid of anything, are they?
No,
5%.
no. They did have
Man,
on clothing. It was like 20%. So like they actually had some cool graphic tees. Like they actually had some Super Mario and Donkey Kong graphic tees. They're $8, but then they're marked with the 20%. They're marked at like
it's
$5.
$1.60 off. I mean,
Uh,
20% off it. 20% off $8, $1.60.
yeah, I guess yeah. But but either way, like it's just crazy the pricing for everything.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, but you got to get rid of the food. Like
Yeah,
like I was telling you earlier, I was like, man, I moved the other day. I moved so much stuff, was picking up these loads and then taking it over to storage and trying to move everything, make room, and all my U-boats are filled. And I went and picked up another load today, and I got to go through every box 'cause I don't want the boxes in the storage because it's got food in it
yeah,
and it's candy and it's got like Christmas cake mixes and it's cold, and I don't feel like doing it. But
yeah,
yeah, you got to get rid of the food. I got to get rid of the food. I mean, that's like because it'll be no good.
yeah. Exactly. I mean, kind of tough. I mean, what do you? I don't know. It's weird. So I told you I've been going to that grocery outlet, grocery store. It's weird to see how much stuff that. I mean, we talked about how much clothing is out there in the market, and but there's so much food, and like how it makes me like think about like how much food is going to waste all the time.
Yeah.
And I know this because if you go to the grocery outlet, there's a lot of food. Now I go to Ollie's a lot, and I'll buy a lot of their non-perishable stuff, like their canned goods, or they have decent deals on like chips, or like I'm getting Pringles a lot. That's one of the things for $1.59 for a pack of Pringles. Um, or they'll have Oreos, all kinds of stuff like that. But a lot of times when I've been going in there lately, the cereals, the cereal bars, and all they're all the same that they have on sale. Now sometimes they'll actually have, and I'm saying this is how I know they're the same because they'll be like the Halloween ones or past holiday ones, and they'll both have them. You know what I mean? Because they get them in after the holiday. They'll have them there. Like I bought some Boo Berry cereal for 79 cents. um, but they have like there's all kinds of cereals and stuff like that. They're always the same. Now, oh man, now I got another offer too. I'll get to that.
Hey, you
This podcast, good luck today.
make that money.
Um, but
Rub some of it off on me. I'm gonna rub my phone on it. Like I'm
yeah, but I always see stuff that's the same, and I know it's a grocery store, so they're gonna have you know regular food, but they're not your normal grocery store. Their product changes a lot. The type of product they change, it depends on what they get in, and
sure.
so. But I see this all the time that Ollie's and Grocery Outlet have a lot of the same products. So, and if they're both getting that, and they're literally not, a lot of times they're not even, there's one location that's right next to each other. So they're competing against each other and it's with the same product, well, not even the same prices, because some things would be like $1 more or $1 less depending on, or maybe a little bit less, depending on what it was. But it's not even the first place I've seen stuff like that. When I think I told you, and I talked about on an episode probably a few weeks ago, or so when I seen at Dunkin' Donuts coffee, I was getting at Ollie's and they had it at Gabe's. So it just goes to show you how much product is really out there, and that's another reason why I keep talking about Big Lots. Why it's not a good idea, I feel like, to really go there and buy stuff and buy them out, because you're just buying the same product that everybody has.
Yeah,
You know, you're
you're
buying.
right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna be
Mhm.
buying. You know, everybody is going there trying to get the same deal, same discount.
Yep.
You know, it's a little bit
And
different.
you're not going to make any money because
Yep.
it's going to be a race to the bottom, and you're going to want it making $1, and it's not even
Yeah.
going to be worth it.
Especially when there's a lot of stuff in those type stores that they have tons of. It's like bulk. You can buy them by the
Mhm.
case. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? At that, when they're trying to get rid of them like that. It's a little bit different when you went to your 90% off sale. Still, you're not getting. I'm not talking about like 90%. If Big Lots goes 90% and you want to go there and get some stuff, I'm sure you can go there and make money.
yeah,
There's, that's the difference. Like the 90%, anybody can make money at 90%.
hmm
But if you if you're going for like 50%, really watch it. Like really, really watch it. 50% less or less. Even, I mean, I'm not really interested until it really goes 75.
yeah.
I don't even really show any interest.
Well, that's not. But everybody's going to be fighting that you got the
Yeah, and
same
then it's picked over.
product.
It's
You
slowly
know,
getting picked over.
yeah, like you said, 90%. Anybody can make money off it. The one thing that I got for $5. It was because after I used my $5 coupon, I got everything for like
Yeah,
$3.12. But the one thing that only cost me like $5 was it was number to 5,000. There was mine was number like
yeah,
140 of 5 grand. So there's like 5,000 in the total world. I mean,
yeah,
but you're going to have those. There's 10 million in the
yeah.
world, and you guys are going to
That
be
it's different because you went to a
yeah,
place that it's mostly collectibles. So I mean, I'm not gonna say that there's limited quantities on everything in GameStop, because I especially we both know they sell Funko Pops, and I don't there's
they're not limited.
yeah, not one bit. It's a ridiculous amount of Funko
Yeah,
Pops out there. Um, but those type of things just tend to will hold more value sometimes, or even over time. I mean,
yeah.
you could buy this stuff, put it in a tote, put it back in your storage for 10 years, come back to it, and it could be worth more money at that point for what you paid at
Yep.
90%.
Yes.
If you do that at Big Lots, good luck.
Good luck. You're absolutely right. You do the big luck. Good luck.
Yep.
You're telling the truth, and people
Yeah.
don't, and especially new resellers. If you're listening to this, please do not go buying that stuff at 50%. Even at 75. If you're not established, don't even buy it at 75%.
Like, you really have to look at the margins and everything,
Yeah.
and it has to be what I think the only good thing about Big Lots is that they sell stuff that you need. So it could be stuff that goes quick, and that's what you want to look at. But that stuff's already going to be picked over because the regular people going in there
Mhm.
before it gets to that
Yeah.
size count,
Yep.
that they're already looking at for themselves. So the likelihood that that stuff is even there, unless they had one way in the back that they forgot about, which does happen because it takes a lot of time and work to clear a store like that. Um, but again, also with the stuff at GameStop, you know, it's that's just a want. That all that stuff is a want.
Yep.
It's
The one.
people are they're gonna look to put it on their shelf, and they could do the same thing. Like
They're just gonna look at the stuff like
yeah,
stuff back here. They're just gonna
exactly.
look at it. It's I tell you, GameStop has got other stuff in. They they've gotten $700 boxes of basketball cards,
hmm
and they've gotten limited run games that are
Uh,
just
th- this is what I wanted to say. This is why I kind of blanked on what I was trying to say. The big difference is Big Lots is a store closing sale, right? When GameStop, if they do their 90% off sale, it's a discontinued product sale, which is actually, in my opinion, better because
yes,
that stuff's not on the market anymore.
yep,
So once it's off the market, like at a regular store, it's gone. a regular buyer can't just go to a regular store and buy it.
Yep.
If
Out
you're
of
buying
print.
if you're buying dish soap at Big Lots, hoping to, or laundry detergent or something like that, and you're getting even 75% off or something like that, it's you still have to compete against the actual stores that sell
Yeah, absolutely.
it. Yep.
You're absolutely right. You
Yep.
have to. It's not like you're selling it like Amazon's a little different. If you bought like Dawn dish detergent, and, and you put it on there. If you do it on eBay, that's a whole different story because it costs you $8 to ship the product,
Yep.
and then how much more you're going to sell it for, and
Hmm.
you're going to sit on it. And you're better off using it or sell if you can get it cheap. Sell it local.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
No, I agree. Definitely. Um, so we've talked about FOMO before, right? So have you ever heard of JOMO?
No,
I'm like, well, I don't know what that
I
is.
was trying to figure it out. I was like, hold
Okay, you can't guess. I want to hear you guess. I want to hear what your guess is.
on.
What is JOMO?
Hmm. What
Well,
would the J stand
it's
for?
not J of missing out.
Yeah, is it of missing out? Are those the other three words?
Yeah.
Okay, junk.
No,
No,
no. Uh,
that would be of missing out. Let's see, joy of missing out.
yep.
Junk. Joy.
Yes. So apparently that's like a trend that I've seen on the news today, that they're doing this thing instead of fear of missing out. Try to cancel that out. You don't want to have your fear of missing out anymore. You want to have the joy of missing out. So I say, because we haven't been buying as much, we're not, we need to try to figure out the way to get our JOMO going. Our
Yeah,
JOMO.
or Jomo.
Yep.
That's a new one. Jomo. The joy of missing out. And you know what? I haven't. I mean, I haven't really missed it. I just. I got too much stuff. I haven't even. I
I
haven't even
know.
touched the surface.
I know. Me either.
And I'm like, so I pulled that stuff out that day. I listed the video game controllers and stuff.
Hmm.
I still have three more things in that bin, and I'm like, do I really want to sell it or keep it? One is a super rare Commodore 64 Amiga uh, CD, and it was only used in schools.
Hmm.
I've only seen one more. It's that's how rare. There might be only five in the world.
Yeah.
I own one of them.
What do you think it's worth?
I'd say at least $3,000 to $4,000.
It would be very difficult for me not to want to list that thing.
No, hold on. And then I've got in that same bin, I got a a PlayStation neon PlayStation store display sign. And the one, and I'm like, do I keep this stuff? Because I pulled out everything but these three things. And the other thing is a Japanese controller. It's from I think I'm going to list that. I think I'm going to list that, and the other one I'm not going to list the Commodore. Um, it's from a game on Nintendo 64 where you're a train conductor,
Okay.
and this is in box controller. It's the whole train controls and everything that you use for the game.
Wow.
It's a pretty rare controller.
That's cool. Yeah.
But I start digging in bins, and then I only take a little bit, and I'm like, maybe I'll just leave it there. And then I got to get these bins out of the way now, man. I'm like, I've only touched the surface. And I know you've only touched the surface too. You're probably still got the bins downstairs, right?
Yes, but I think I am down to where I did get rid of another bin this week. So I mean, I'm only averaging a bin a week, which is not good. But or maybe, well, I should say because I could probably condense that. I'm probably down like a bin in a box. So
Okay.
so that's not bad. Uh, my goal is I think and it's tough because I'm getting tired of seeing this crap down here, and I want something new to list. So I don't know if my next day, if I'm just gonna grab 10 items from upstairs and that's it, and then the rest have to be from down here, just to try to change it up for one day.
Yeah.
Um, because I have some more CDs left. I know I had sent you a picture of some CDs I was gonna list today. Um, but I got maybe it looks I'm looking at it from here like maybe about 10 more in that box, and then that box can be done anyway. Um, so I don't know if I get a chance to. I might even just try to do them all today. I do the rest CDs, and I can't even say, well, I'll do the CDs tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I do them. They're so easy, and I
Yes.
actually but I pick CDs because I know I've had so much going on.
Yeah.
So I was kind of that's what I was trying to pick them for, just because of that. But I mean, I wouldn't say anything I even listed was too crazy. Actually, the most difficult thing I had that I listed might have been just because it's so big and my photo station is kind of small, were the snow boots, the ski boots.
Mm. Yeah.
That was a kind of a pain. Oh, and I did not do so I had that board game. What was it? Something, I don't know, it's sitting right here. Fading Glory, I think, or something. Um, I switched it out because the amount of time I have to figure out, I was short on the time, I think, because it was like at the end of the day when I was getting that one. And there's not a really detailed list of the components inside, and I want to make sure everything for sure is there.
Mm.
Um, and it's got all these little mini pieces. It has all the detailed, like how many like cards there are. I think the board and all that kind of stuff, like all that. Like it says how many cards there are, but it does not say these little freaking mini pieces, which is one of the most important things because they're small, so they're probably, I could easily
Yeah.
place them or somebody lose them, whatever. I mean, now they are nice and neatly bagged, nothing's scattered in there, so I mean, I'm fairly confident that everything's going to be there, but there's nowhere I can find that actually has a full list. So I have to sit there. My idea is I'm going to go on somebody else's listing. I've seen a couple already that they had them on there and they were unpunched, like the little pieces were not punched yet. So I could sit there, but I have to sit there and count each one myself to figure out if it's going to be worth listing like that. Oh, there you go. Got the kitty cat on here today. I didn't even know you had a cat.
Yeah.
How long have you had that cat?
Um, 8 years.
8 years.
Yep.
Wait, why am I saying that? I didn't know you had a cat. I do remember you saying something. I think. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I use cats to keep mice away.
Yes. Yep.
I don't ever want to see a mouse.
Yep. I don't.
I don't want to see a mouse, dude.
No.
Nope. I haven't seen a mouse, dude. I've never seen a mouse. And hold on, I'm lying. I'm lying. I think I seen one time, right
Mm-hmm.
before I got the cat.
Oh,
I've never seen another mouse.
that's good.
I can't stand mice,
Yeah.
dude. I cannot stand mice.
Me either.
But yeah, I know what you mean. But the board, make sure you have all that stuff together.
It's difficult.
My problem is I'm running in the bins. I got video game systems in there,
Okay.
but I don't have the all the cords and everything to hook the stuff up with, and
Okay.
I don't know where all the cords are. Because sometimes I have here and I have one cord here, and then I'll have cords over here and over here, and I have to get to my place where I got most of my cords at to be able to do. I have I run a lot of Saturns and a lot of GameCube stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and just don't have that. And I ran across a box the other day, and I had jewelry in it, and I ran across. I had some jewelry I put to the side and forgot all about it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I don't know, probably a few ounces of gold jewelry, which is cool. Yeah,
That's
and
good.
I'm not getting rid of the jewelry though. I'm not getting rid of the gold.
Yeah, I remember you saying that kind of stuff. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I think there's always that's the fun of this because when you do buy deals and or even just the way we buy, there's stuff that we pull out all the time that we want to keep or don't want to sell or and stuff. So I mean, it happens all the time. That's part
Yeah.
of the fun of it. We get to build our own collections or stuff
Mhm.
we want to hold on to for a little bit because we want to invest it in another way or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I got like trying to think what else. Like I mean, some of my Funko Pops I bought. Now I bought them to get signed, but they've come in deals like that, like where I
Mhm.
these Funko Pops or just some other autographs and stuff. Trying to think what I got in here. Oh, there's a couple things. I mean, I'm gonna keeping that Space Jam trash can.
No, you end up keeping it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
It's
over on
cool.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how it's set up over there now, and I'm even gonna keep the Haribo Gold Bear. I got him over there on the wall next to it.
Cool. Yeah, it's good.
So, because I know I took both those to the toy show. There was little interest. I mean, there was some interest into each of those, but I couldn't get anybody to bite. And you know what? I'll keep them because they're cool. They really are.
Yeah.
And then oh, and I had the Darth Vader that I took that was holding the bowl.
Yeah.
That yeah, he's just sitting on top of the Space Jam trash can holding a Hocus Pocus signed book.
Yeah, because you got a cool room down there, bro.
I
Your
do.
room is cool. I it would be. I mean, it's cool that you also you. I mean, you use it for work too. But if you
That's where
didn't
it's
have
tough.
that's if you didn't have it for work though, that would be.
Believe me, that's my goal. I want to have a house where I can have an area like this,
Yeah.
just like this, have everything displayed, just have it to relax, hang out.
Yep.
And that's the difficulty because since I work down here so much, it can get cluttered or messy, and it's not really that type of space anymore.
Yep.
Um, I mean, it can be. It just it'd be a lot. It's a lot of work to keep up on it. And I mean, when I'm shipping stuff, we're talking about like because you got to clean up after yourself. We're the janitor too,
Mhm.
and when I'm shipping, I'm like cutting cardboard, whatever. It's falling
I know, but it's
apart.
all over the place.
Uh oh, you went out.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
I gotta plug in a cord because I'm
Hurry up,
I'm
hurry up,
10% down, dude.
hurry up.
Now
This
I mean
might
it
be
ain't
the
going
end of the
nowhere.
podcast, guys.
I
Nope.
know we were making a short one, but
Yeah.
I gotta find my cord here.
Uh oh.
Come on.
10, 9,
No.
8.
No. We still got time. We still got time. I gotta reach back here and get my.
Nope, it went off.
Get it?
No.
Oh,
Oh man.
all right.
Sorry, guys. The silence right
The
now.
silence. I got
We need a commercial sponsor. It'd be a great moment for that.
Yeah, what?
If you guys want to sponsor,
If you like Haribo gummy bears.
yeah.
Yeah, my neighbor across the street from me sold me charging. Sold me two uh standing outdoor eater lamps.
Hmm.
Um Brand new. He got them from he was doing work at this uh a restaurant
Okay.
and they used them one time outside. He said because when it just sorry, we used them one time outside.
Yeah.
They got rid of a ton of stuff and they closed down the restaurant. And they said, "Here, just throw them away in the trash." He brought them over to me. I got them both for $80.
Wow.
The two of them for $80. He plugged them in over here, man. It was like, man, like blasting heat. And I was thinking to myself, man, if I just like in the wintertime, it'd be awesome. I need to get myself like a generator.
Yeah.
Then I could just bring those with me, plug them in,
Hmm.
have the generator, and then put the tent up with the sides, and just
Yeah.
sit back and be warm as I don't know
Oh
what, bro.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Just selling stuff.
I know. I see some people at the flea market doing stuff like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Not very often, but they'll have like a little propane tank doing something like that.
Well, maybe I'll be set up for next year.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll do it next year. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I hate the winter time.
I know it is tough. It really is difficult to deal with the cold, and I think that's one thing why I'm actually a little bit okay about not really going to flea market. This
Mm-hmm.
to start the year or anything yet because it's just too cold. And then
Cold, man.
tomorrow again,
Yep.
and that's fine. It keeps money in my pocket because I was some weekend I'm spending $200 to $400 a weekend. I feel like,
Yep.
and that's a lot of money I'm saving now. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
to. I already spent the money. I need to get this stuff out and recoup some of that.
Yep.
So that's going to be my Jomo.
Yeah. I talked to Kenny, and I can't wait for him to get out
Yeah.
and back to doing what he's doing, so I can kind of take a break. And I'll tell you, this summer I'm gonna go while he's setting up flea market. I'm going to go to
Yeah.
look at the yard sales because he can do that. But he's gonna buy a box truck, so
Okay.
he's which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
Because
have
he'll
a box.
be able to get even more in that
Yep.
truck probably and be able to get more product out if he needs to. And,
Yeah.
you know,
So yeah, that's a plan.
it'll be good.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So
Well, I hope it all works out like that, because,
no February.
yeah.
February the 11th. I mean, that's time. That's we'll see what happens.
Yep. Oh, man, I ran out of bubble wrap the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah, I barely made it. So I had one last package. I had this small little scrawny piece of bubble wrap. It was a Funko Pop, and I had this extra like the pillow type of bubble wrap where it's
Mm-hmm.
like all connected. So if you pop it, it's all going flat.
It all. Oh man,
So I had
yeah.
some of that. Jackie gave me that I think from her work from a while ago. I had it in a bag. Well, and I'll just hurry up and use that. But I was out. I mean, I had nothing left on the roll. I didn't know I didn't have a second roll in the back because I keep it. I always keep the second roll behind my stairs, underneath my stairs, my basement stairs. But I was almost gonna buy bubble wrap at Staples, and they were.
How much are they?
I think what was it? It was like $33 buy two get one free. And what it looked like the same size roll I got from American Bubble Boy, like the same. Well, and I get two of those rolls, and it was $40. So
Wow.
not really you don't get a deal necessarily. You're not. I think I did the math. It was what was it going to be? Was it like $6 more or something like that per or whatever per roll? I can't remember what it was, but I just know it was way more.
I still have. I bought that deal that I showed you on the Facebook Marketplace,
Oh, you still
and
have that?
oh yeah, man,
That's
that
good.
stuff is and
Yeah,
and bubble wrap's so expensive
it
that
is.
I just,
Yeah,
dude, I just
I just didn't feel like mess because see, my thing is if I do that, then sometimes I forget to write it off. You know what I mean? Um, I like to go back through my old receipts, especially emails or if there's places I know I buy from all the time. I can just easily go right through that. And that's another reason why I was like, I'm not even going to bother buying it from Staples because then I'm probably going to forget um, the
well, I
right.
do. See, I go back on Facebook, so I keep all my Facebook
Yeah.
messages, and I just go back and know where I spent stuff at. So I mean, if they go
Yeah.
question it, I got the,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
No, no, I'm sure. But it's just me. Like, I mean, sometimes I'll buy boxes and bubble wraps at the flea market if it's like extra cheap. I'm not buying so much at a time. Like if it's like every now and then, I'll buy it and it'll be whatever. I'll try to remember that I bought it so I can write it off. But what I'm trying to think. Oh, the American Bubble Boy though, it came quick. I think it came like within a day.
how much is American Bubble Boy now?
It was $40 for two big rolls. Let me see how many feet that was. Is it? I mean, I get the same ones every single time. Um, so I get. Oh, it's loading. The cool thing is too, you get I think they call it bubble bucks or something like that.
Bubble book. Yeah.
Yeah. So after a while, I get like a discount or I get a free roll or something like that, free order. Um, so I did the 12-inch small, 700 square feet,
Was that per roll or both, or 350 per roll?
350 per roll.
350 per roll for 40. I
Yep.
think I think it costs. I think it was. I think I paid $40 for five 350 rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was five 350 rolls.
Yeah.
300 rolls.
Yeah.
That was
I
pretty good, dude.
remember it being a really good deal, and it was kind of
Yeah,
interesting, but I'm like, ah. And then to go down there, and I guess it's just so much because I'm always about time. Like, how much time is that going to take to go down there to pick up that bubble wrap, come back, or whatever it was, you know what I mean, or just do all that, and I could just order it online and they just ship it to my house. And it's but American Bubble Boy, it's usually there within a day or two. It's
yeah.
really quick. I've never had an issue really with it. I think maybe once I had like issue where it was taking a little bit longer, and emailed that because I think it was like almost about a week or something. I'm like, hey, what's going on?
hmm
Um,
Yeah, I was. I took my. I remember took my truck down there because I was picking up a load of stuff,
hmm
and then I was like, oh man, and I went stopped by to pick it up, and I was like, man, these five rolls, these are big rolls, and I could only fit like two of them in the front seat of the truck with me,
Oh no,
and the other three I had to like, maneuver. I finally got them all in there, and I was like, wow. I mean, it was tough. It was,
that's
but
good.
it was cool. I mean, there
Yeah,
was a lot of
no,
bubble wrap,
that
dude.
I mean, finding deals like that really do help out. I bought some little mini, like the smaller bubble mailers at the flea market, last year,
Yeah,
and what was it? It was like $10 for like, I mean, it's a big trash bag filled them, and I'm not gonna say at that lower price, even if I did write them off or not, like it's so, if I didn't write them off, it's not that big. It's $10 at the end
yeah.
of
It doesn't
the
matter.
day. I
It
feel
doesn't matter. Yeah, it's
I'm
$10. Big
saving
deal.
so much money. Uh,
But you can write it off because you went to the flea market. I
yeah,
mean, you.
what I'm saying, if I
you
forgot, like I said,
yeah,
I have this difficulty when it comes to supplies when I'm getting it somewhere else, you know, because I'm already trying to think of the cost of everything else I had that I'm trying to flip. I I just like to keep it easy and keep that separated, but if it's cheap enough, I really don't care. Like it
yeah.
doesn't matter, and that's what
I went on.
uh,
I came across a box in the Walmart load of 400. Uh, uh, what do you call them? Craft envelopes, but
yeah.
they're the bubble mailer kind.
Okay,
They
yeah,
got the bubbles in the inside,
yeah,
and they work good. I mean,
yeah. No, I like those kind.
they were basically all free. They were. It was just like a throw in. Like here.
funny. I got my phone right now sitting on top of a box of bubble mailers that I got from Ollie's. I think I went crazy and I bought them out, I think, or something like that. But they had, I think it says quality park products. It's 10 bubble mailers. It's 7.5 by 9. Right. So my phone's sitting right on top of this just because it gives a little bit extra height where I'm sitting at. Um, so you guys aren't just looking down at my belly or something.
So now we're talking about products. Like,
It's
what
too.
are some of the things like when you first started till now that you used when you first started that you switched up and that you use now, or places where you bought stuff at or didn't,
Um,
or tools that you use now that you wish you would have bought earlier than you know?
hmm. It's funny because and I guess it depends. It's all changed depending on what I have in stock. Um, I used to do a lot of autograph photos, a lot more than what I do now, and so it's not that often I even sell even photos or anything like that. But I used to always have stacks and stacks of like 8 by 10 photo top loaders, just so I keep all my signed photos or photos like that in a binder or a couple binders and their sleeves, and I just pull them out. But I don't really. I think I have maybe just a little bit, so I don't use them as much anymore. Um, trying to think. What do I mean, I've pretty much been mostly set though on most of the stuff I use. It's pretty versatile. That's one thing I try to, a lot of stuff I have, like a lot of bags, I might even just go like slightly bigger than
Mm.
some of my product and all, that I generally ship out just in case if I have something bigger, um, which isn't always the best idea, but, I hate for those larger items that I like to bag everything up. So like whether it's like um, shirt or jacket or anything like that. Maybe a big, uh, all those books and all I had. I think so, a lot of times when I sell books, I'll put them in bags or whatever. And
Mm.
sometimes depending on the condition or whatever they are or what it is, I might do it individually and just have like so they're all nice and neat. And if, especially if they're cheap enough that my bags were cheap enough or something like that, it just makes sense. And the order was a higher dollar order. I'm going to try to protect them as much as possible. And then I'll still put bubble wrap around them and all. But there's bags. That's one thing I always do, even whether it's video games. I wrap it in like a clear plastic bag. I have a specific size bag that I don't even know what the size is off the top of my head, but I bought them when I started selling a lot of media, like for like CDs, I mean. And they're perfect size, and I take a 6 by 6 box and I cut one panel of it off, and it would literally fit in. I could just fold in the flaps, and then because it'd be in that bag, and then it'd be in a folded cardboard of that 6 by 6 panel, and then I would literally just throw it in a bubble mailer, and it just made it super easy. So there's certain things like that I'd go through and,
Hmm. Yeah,
but well, and I mean I don't really. I mean, if I see cheap stuff like shipping supplies, I'll buy it if I think it's worth it. Or um, I don't think it's been a long time since I really truly changed anything I do too much. I mean, I have my set size boxes. I know what I use the most of.
I think that's what I need to start doing. Buying size boxes. I have tons of big boxes. I have.
Yeah,
There's no shortage of bigger
yeah.
boxes.
There's only so much you can do with them, though.
But I know there's only so I'll use them for like if I have like if I sell strategy guides or
Yeah,
magazines
they're
or
nice because you can cut them down and you fold them.
cut them up and I put them. I actually I'll sandwich them.
Yep,
I'll put my stuff in a bag and then I'll
yep,
sandwich it, and then sometimes I'll go bigger than what it is, so pinch the ends, and I'll
yep,
tape around the sides so they don't get messed up, and
yep.
it'll just be big enough to slide in. I have big bubble mailers that
Hmm.
I'll slide into a big bubble mailer and control it that way. One thing I did when I first started out that I don't do any longer is I used to go to the Dollar Tree and buy envelopes because I sold a lot of media, video games, smaller things in the beginning, and they would have I think it was 5 in a pack envelopes that were I don't know 7 by 9 or
Yeah,
whatever it was, and I would buy those, and that's how I would mail my stuff out.
yeah.
And I no longer do that any longer, which is fine. And I tell you, the best thing I ever wound up doing is buying a label printer. The label printer saved me so much time,
Yeah, yeah. I
so
know.
much energy.
Even though your labels look so weird compared to mine, I can't get used to it.
I have two label printers. I have a big label printer where I do the 4 by 6s,
Hmm.
and I have the ones that do 7 by 2s. That
Yeah, they're
that's
weird ones that they're just.
Yeah. Well, the 7 by 2s that they don't I can get 2,000 labels, and they cost me somewhere around $12,
Okay.
and it's and that's a oh, what brand is that? It's Speed Jet, whatever the label maker is. It's the expensive one. I got it off of eBay for $35, cheap, like it was used. And just last year, for some reason, those things went astronomical when they were selling for like
Yeah.
$350 on eBay. And then I bought one. I bought my 4 by 6 label printer off of Amazon,
Yeah.
and I got it for $100. And I use those to ship because I got they. my seven by twos, they won't ship if I'm shipping like UPS or FedEx. I have to use 4x6 labels to ship out on those,
Okay.
and I have to use them also for if I send cards out in envelopes.
Yeah. Yep.
7x2s won't they won't work. So it's okay. I mean, those things. I'm glad I bought those, and because I used to use a printer and print out the label from there, and then cut it out and do all the
Mm-hmm.
taping. No, man, I saved so much time.
Yeah.
And when I first started, before I used eBay to do my shipping, I paid for the shipping labels at the post office.
Really. I don't think I ever did that. I think
I did that.
because we just always had a printer at home, so I just always even if it was I remember the days I would just not even use labels. I just print out a piece of paper. I had to tape that sucker on there. That was terrible.
Well, I did that until I figured out I could buy the labels from eBay, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, and here we go, because when I first did eBay I did a long time ago. Before I came back and sold again.
Mhm.
I I sold eBay when it was like close to when they first started.
Okay.
I sold on there for a while, and I started Amazon
Mhm.
when Amazon you didn't need to be gated, and I was ungated in everything. I'm
Yeah.
talking about video games, everything,
Yeah.
and I got sick and I got blood clots in my lungs, and
Mm.
I was in the hospital for a while,
Mm.
and my Amazon business went to heck, by the wayside. I sold everything on Amazon. I mean, everything I had listed on Amazon, I sold it within 3 weeks. I was gone. That all
Wow.
sold on hundreds of items, and I never shipped them out. And I just like stopped. I didn't even take. I didn't the money. I don't know what happened to it or where it is. I guess they gave it
Yeah.
all back to the people. And I went some years back and tried to recover that account.
Mhm. And you
I
couldn't.
couldn't
Wow.
do that. That account today is probably worth, if I'd have kept it up, like, it probably worth a lot. It's worth a lot of money. It was ungated and everything. You didn't
Wow.
have to worry about ungating it.
Yeah.
You had it. It was there.
Yeah. Because I know like the thing that everybody's always ungated on, like the only product you start off on is usually books.
Books.
Yeah. Now, did you hear that what's going on with that with the books now? Like a lot of booksellers are having a lot of issues.
No.
There's a TikTok trend, and sadly enough, there's some kind of way that I mean people are obviously just buying them and reading them, and then they're going to returning them, and so they're just basically scamming. Like they're renting the books. Like the buyers are just renting the books now. And I mean, some of it is even the actual authors. They put them on on Amazon themselves so they can sell their own book.
Books.
Not only did they take the time to write the book and publish, whatever they did, like put it all out there. They're not
That's
getting.
wrong.
Yeah, there's somebody posted about it on Facebook, and I seen it. They literally had like $3.82 that they owed. They actually owed money because it's how many returns that they had or something. Something like
That's terrible. That's terrible business, Brett. That's terrible. That's
yeah,
terrible. You're a terrible human if you do that.
yeah. I mean, it is. There's no reason to rent rent books, especially this day and age.
Go to the library.
You know, yeah, books are free there.
Come on, man.
Uh,
Get a
it's
Kindle or
terrible.
something. I mean, you can read your book. You can read a book on the phone. I mean,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
that irritates
free
because
books there are. They need these specific books, and or they want these specific books. Really, it's
yeah,
not. I think they said whatever series it was. There's a big series that a lot of people were going after, and that they wanted to read, and they were all renting that book.
that's all it is. Renting.
Yeah,
You're renting. Come on, man.
but I mean, then they. I'm not. It's one of those difficult things because even us as a seller, like especially we do clothing, people try to rent clothes all the time too. So
All
it's
the time.
easily have to deal with a lot of
Well,
things.
they do it at tools, and like they
Yeah,
go to Home Depot, right? So I'm going to go to Home Depot.
yeah,
Let's see. I'm going. I need to. Let's see. Spray my house, paint my house. I need a paint sprayer, and I'm gonna need a power washer. So you go buy this paint spray and power washer. You come home, you use everything you need, right?
yeah,
And then you just take it back and get your money back.
yeah. Yeah, it's wild. It
I
really.
mean, come on, bro. I mean, well, think about that. That's crazy.
I know. I mean, it's the only time like I said, I really return anything. Like I just okay. So the two things I ended up returning um were what was it? I returned some light bulbs because the light bulbs I bought they're for my bathroom and they weren't the same lighting and I would have needed to buy another pack and these were not cheap. So these were already expensive. They were like 20 or no. They're about $20 a pack for three light bulbs and I still needed two more. I'm like, that is crazy.
That's
And
crazy.
they didn't match the other ones because only a couple went out in my bathroom, not all of them. So I only needed a couple or something like that. So I wasn't going to do that. I didn't need, and eventually I was going to buy more, and I was going to buy more to match. And I'm like, they're $20. So I'm like, I'm not going to mess with that.
No, that's light bulbs are expensive now.
Yeah. So I found the same ones I think at Walmart, and they were like the Walmart brand or something like that. And they were different lighting too. Like I said, I think the ones they had that I had bought originally were like the LED like daylight or something or
Yeah,
whatever
daylight bulbs.
um or something like that anyway. But I ended up getting I think I ended up going with the daylight anyway or whatever I did. But it's just crazy. I got them for $10 I think for the pack. For
Hmm.
packs. I ended up buying two packs for the same price as one I did on Amazon. I bought it at Walmart. And then the other one was the Funko Pop that I had for a signing
Yeah,
and then whatever happened, I forget. Like I think they, it was too expensive for the signing and I was like, there's no like, I mean, it sucks. I don't like returning stuff.
yeah, but you're not purposely going out there and renting
Yeah,
stuff. I mean,
yeah,
these
it's
people
hard.
are this
Yeah,
ridiculous. They'll want a game like I got a video game, and I've known they've done it before. I mean, it don't happen too often, but it's like, yeah, let me just rent this game from you. I mean, you're buying it, but
yeah,
you know you're gonna get your money back for it.
yeah,
Just play it and then send it
yeah,
back.
yep, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's when it's like ridiculous. I mean, I don't buy. I mean, everything I buy, I have every intention to keep. Um, I actually have a couple things coming. We'll see it. I've just had so many issues. I think around the holidays with buying stuff. I had that doormat that I had a picture of my dog on it, and the way they made it was just not how it's supposed to be. So they offered to send another one out, and I don't know. It's taking forever to get here again too. So we'll see. Um, they said they were going to put a rush order on it, and then I had I had bought a t-shirt and a sweatshirt Baltimore like Raven style. Like it's not officially licensed, I don't think, but it said like AFC North champs on it. It was Sunday, so it was the day after because remember the Ravens played on Saturday.
Yeah,
Uh, near the end of that game, Michael Pierce got that interception, and so it's actually the shirt has him on the front of the shirt getting the interception
interception.
and everything. I was like, that's so cool because I like him anyway, but. The reason I bought it because on the advertisement on Facebook it said guaranteed delivery before the game on Saturday. Okay, so I bought it on Sunday. They didn't ship out on Monday. They didn't ship out on Tuesday. They didn't ship out on Wednesday. Well, they did. Like it was going through the whole. It was like 5 o'clock. I noticed. I'm like, okay, I haven't seen any updates. So I literally emailed them, and I say like maybe an hour or two later. Like they emailed me back and they sent me a tracking number, and obviously that's
Yeah,
great, but it, it said pre-shipment, so that means they didn't drop it off. They're
nope.
located in Ohio. The post office closed. Yeah, post office closed yesterday on Thursday, There's no way. So today was the only day they shipped it out. They put it at. There's no way it's going to get here tomorrow. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
no way. So
Yeah, there's no way.
I don't know what to do. I mean, should I return the sender? Because I don't want it if it's not going to be here tomorrow. Because I bought it because it says AFC North Champs. I'm risking. I'm risking that if the Ravens lose, why would I want it? I bought it for, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
can't a week. I only have a week to
sure.
wanted to wear it.
Hmm.
It kind of I didn't. It's not like I bought it last minute. They advertised.
Yeah, and then that's gonna lose,
That's why
and
I
you
don't guarantee
ordered it,
delivery.
right?
I don't guarantee delivery.
Yeah, because they play tomorrow. What time? 4 o'clock.
Nope. 8 o'clock.
What time? Oh, they play 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
What? I wonder if I'm gonna be able to watch it though. Like, is it gonna be on like?
I think it's on Prime, but it's
Oh,
also
it's gonna be on Prime.
it's on
Okay.
Prime, and I think it's on regular TV. So
All right, I got Prime.
matter.
I don't get regular television though. I don't know how to get regular TV.
Yeah.
I don't have cable. I mean, I just
Okay. Yeah.
now
You can get an antenna.
I could, I guess.
Yeah. You can get the antennas and do the digital receivers and all. Which are
Yeah, because I used to have cable and I just let it go because
yeah,
I never watched television,
yeah,
and then I just stream everything. I mean,
yeah. Or you just get well, never mind, because it's still I mean, it's cheaper than cable, but we do that YouTube TV, and it does help me because me and my dad split it. But you can actually do up to 3 TVs at one time. You can stream on,
oh wow, that's
and it's
cool.
like I believe it's $65 or something like that. So, which is pretty good. You get all the regular.
Oh, so you could use it at one house and another house could use it.
That's yeah.
Oh, then I might have to do that. Then I'll split it with somebody. Then
Shh, don't tell. Don't. Great. This is gonna get posted. Everybody's gonna know. I'm a YouTube TV thief.
no, because we used to do. Oh, not well. I used to give everybody my account to like Netflix and stuff. I don't know if you can do that anymore. They
No,
got
they
that ended.
pretty much put a stop to that. Like
Yeah,
because you have to log in every now and then. Like if it's logged in another place. So I know. I mean, you can, but it's just I think they were making you log in more often or something because we were
yeah,
trying to do that. I was sharing that with my parents also. But the thing is, like, they would pay for the cable, like the YouTube TV, and then I would pay for the other streaming services, and I do like maybe 3 or 4 at a time or something like that, and I pay for them, and they had access to that, so which is cool. So we still,
yeah.
but, so I got it
That's,
because otherwise we kept going out and watching the games somewhere else all year.
well, yeah. But I was paying $169 a month just for cable, and I never used it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna whatever, move the TV to the other side of the room, and I let it go for 2 years, and I was paying $169 a month just for the cable,
Wow.
mind you. And my bill was like $270 a month, and the hundred and some odd, 169, $170
Yeah.
just for cable alone, and I just let it go. All that money I could have got back.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money I just
Yeah.
wasted.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I go to Planet Fitness or something, I sign up and it's only $1 to sign up and $1 for whatever
Yeah, and then
first
it's
month or whatever, and then yeah, but it just cost me how much money? $10 a month for the past 5 years, and I only went.
yeah, right. I went one time.
That's what they hope for, man. They get rich off
Of
of
course, that's what they hope for. Yeah,
that.
they already know that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. It kept
But you know
showing
what?
because it's only $10. It doesn't add up that much.
We're running a little late, and who's quizzing today? I quiz you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I quiz you today.
You got
So
questions?
let's jump into the quiz.
Okay. I didn't know you had questions for me.
I got questions for you.
Oh gosh.
All right.
I thought we were only gonna do an hour show.
I know we're after this. We'll
This is
end it.
it. We're cut off.
This is it. Question number 1. What is the 80-20 rule in reselling? 80% of your inventory will sell within 20 days. 20% of your inventory generates 80% of your profits. 20% of your sales comes from 80% of your advertising budget, or 80% of resellers succeed after 20 months.
What?
I don't know.
Oh man, is it A or B? I don't even know. I didn't even know there was a rule, but
You didn't know the 80-20 rule?
no. We're gonna go with A.
Nope. It's
Oh,
B. 20% of your inventory generates 80% of your profits.
okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yep.
Here's an easy one. Which platform primarily uses auction style sales? Do you need an A, B, C, or D?
Auction sauce. I mean, it could be a couple right now. I mean, it could be Whatnot, it could be eBay.
Well, Amazon, A, B, eBay, C, Etsy, or D, Shopify.
eBay.
D, Shopify. No, just joking.
I was not saying what?
Yeah, you're like, what?
They got that wrong.
All right.
And you don't really auction that much. I feel like anymore.
No,
No.
most auctions kind of,
Yeah,
yeah,
Whatnot's where the auctions are at.
yeah. What does ROI stand for in the context of reselling?
Return of investment.
Yeah, that's right. That was an easy one. What is a major risk of drop shipping? There's a lot of them, but
Yeah.
here's a major risk: overproduction of inventory. B, lack of a payment gateway. C, stock shortages or delays from suppliers. Or D, high upfront inventory costs.
Man, it could be kind of, in my experience, it could be C or D. Because I tried doing, I'm not gonna lie, I did try shipping something once, and I did not really care for it, and I never did it again. um, I'm gonna go with C.
That's the answer. C.
Yep. Because you're putting your hands in somebody else. You know, you're
Yeah,
putting faith,
and you gotta hope that it all turns out right.
yeah, into somebody else.
Yep, you do. Number 5. Which sourcing strategy involves purchasing discounted items from physical retail stores to resell online? A, wholesale sourcing. B,
Rich
retail arbitrage.
no arbitrage. We don't have to go any further.
I don't
We're
go
at
any further.
the speed round, guys.
Yeah, retail arbitrage. In which month do most resellers experience the highest sales volumes? A, February, B, April, C, November, or D, December?
D, December.
D, December. Yep,
Holiday season.
that's right. Number 7. What is the term for pricing an item below cost to attract customers with the expectation they'll purchase additional items? Markup strategy, loss leader pricing, dynamic pricing, competitive pricing.
It's loss leader pricing.
That's right, loss leader.
Yep. That's what Costco does, is why they put their chicken
Yep,
mystery chicken all the way in the back. You gotta
yep.
walk the whole darn store, just get your
Gotta walk
hope
the
it
whole
something out. Oh,
store.
yep.
Yep. Which of the following is not a benefit of using an FBA service? Access to Amazon Prime customers, reduced shipping times, complete control over packaging and branding, simplified returns processing.
And you said what it is or what it's not.
It's not.
Okay. It should be C then, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
Because you're not packaging, you're sending it to them, they're
Yeah.
taking.
Yep.
Number 9. What is the most important metric for determining profitability in reselling? A, gross sales. B, cost per click. C, net margin. or D, inventory turnover?
And what was the question again?
What is the most important metric for determining profitability in reselling?
Oh, man.
It's easy if you think about it. A, gross sales.
Oh,
B, cost per click. C, net margin. D, inventory turnover.
I mean, it's either A or D. I mean, but just because you turn over a lot of products, I'm gonna go with A because you. No.
Think about it. Nope. It's the net margin. It's what you catch
Oh,
after you sell.
okay, makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
That is the most important. Which tool, and
Uh,
this is number 10, which tool is commonly used to analyze product trends for online reselling? Adobe Photoshop.
what?
I'm sorry.
Gee,
A is Adobe Photoshop.
this you didn't put in ChatGPT funny.
I did. Oh, wow. All right, let's start back again. Which tool is commonly used to analyze product trends for online reselling? Okay, A is Adobe Photoshop.
I don't mean unless Adobe
All right,
Photoshop has AI now.
I'll get to the next one. All right, Jungle Scout, Canva, or QuickBooks?
I think I've heard of Jungle Scout, and I want to say Jungle Scout.
That's correct.
Okay, and
Yeah,
I
Jungle Scout.
still don't really know what it is because I never
It's
used it.
used a lot for Amazon, though. So
Okay, yeah,
you
that's
know,
what.
yeah,
That's
you
right.
know how what the sell
Hmm.
kind of like with the sell rank and stuff like
Yeah,
that is
that's right.
for a
I'd
product.
never gotten in Amazon that much, so I'd never probably.
Yeah,
I probably heard info and just kind of pushed it out, and they're like, I don't need that. Never.
yeah, like. Well, I have a it's I have my Jungle Scout on another
Okay.
phone, but I have my Amazon seller on this, which is okay because um what's going on here? Continue. Oh man, I do not share with anyone. All right, I'm sorry, but I was typing in. I was going to show you.
No,
It's
yeah, no, I, I know what you're talking about. Though I've seen, I think I've seen it once or twice. So I kind of blinked on what it was for a second. I knew I had heard of it, but I think the fact that I never really use it, so that's why I've never used it.
yeah.
But
I was trying to get into my Amazon. Um,
this is a really boring ending to our podcast, Jay.
yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I went to go into my Amazon account and it says I had to authenticate everything to get in there.
Yeah, look, they're not sticking around to authenticate. Even if they stuck around this long, they could care less if you authenticate. You can log into your Amazon.
Long into my Amazon.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
all right,
Hey,
brother.
you're supposed to send me the code though, right?
Yeah. What code to what?
The one they said to do not share with anyone.
Oh yeah. I don't want to ask me for my OTP. I like. Oh well,
Yeah. Oh
it's
well.
okay. All right, well, guys, I thank you for staying tuned into the podcast today. Leave all your comments down below. We'll try to get back with you, and thank you.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Bye.